Hi there, welcome to this guided project about SQL. My name is Harrison and I'm excited to be your instructor for this project. I have been an application and web developer for more than 20 years, and nearly all my projects use databases. This is one of my favorite subjects. Before we begin, let me introduce you to this new interface. The screen is divided into two sides. On one side is your virtual desktop where you will follow along, and on the other side is the instructional video that will guide you through this project. Your virtual desktop will be shown when you need to interact with it. If you would like to use it at any other time, drag the bar on the left side of the instructor video to expand the virtual machine. Feel free to pause this video to get familiar with the layout. Now, in this guided project, you won't just learn facts about secret and BigQuery. You would also solve a problem you would encounter as a professional. Imagine you have just started a job as a junior data analyst at a relocation firm. You are working with a client who is deciding where to purchase a new office space for their business. This decision will affect all of the company's employees who will have the opportunity to move to the new area. So, how will you make this decision? Well, turns out you have access to a data set. This data set contains information about cities around the world, their average weather, commute times, and even how they rank on the happiness ranking. So, in this guided project, our goal will be to help find the right city for the client to buy an office based on their requirements. To do this, we will use SQL and a platform called BigQuery to retrieve the information we need from that data set. But for this first task, we are going to start small. Our goal will be to simply import the raw data set into BigQuery. BigQuery is a platform where you can store, manage, and analyze large amounts of data. So to get started, you will log into your Google account by inputting your login information into a secure virtual workspace. You will have to verify your identity in order to log into your account. After logging in, some users may receive an email of a suspicious login, but that's because the virtual workspace is far from your physical location. Note that while taking this guided project, only you will have access to this workspace. If you are inactive for 15 minutes, you will be logged out and you will have to enter your login information again to access your virtual workspace. After you complete this project, the workspace is completely disposed of and we will not save any of your personal information. So go ahead and pause this instructional video and log in. Play the video again when you're done. Welcome back. At any point in this project, if you accidentally close your browser, just relaunch it from the desktop and it will take you back to this page. After you log in, you will be in the Google Cloud Platform console. You may notice that my screen appears a little different than yours because tool interface frequently have updates. This happens often in the world of data analytics. So learning new interfaces will be an important part of your future career. Okay, now there are many ways to use BigQuery, so we need to tell it which settings we want. In the search bar, search for BigQuery API, which means Application Programming Interface. Press Enter. If this button says Manage, your API is already enabled and you can skip this step. Otherwise, press Enable. It will take a few seconds. Pause the instructional video and press play again when it is finished. Now we're ready to use BigQuery. Search for BigQuery in the search bar. Press enter. Click on it. Now back to our goal for this first task. Let's import our data set. There are many ways to do this, but we are going to upload a CSV file. A CSV is a delimited text file that uses commas to separate values. I've already pre-downloaded the CSV file you will need to use on your desktop. So let's open up this file. Minimize the browser for now. Double-click on worldcities.csv. As the name implies, this CSV file contains values that are separated by commas. The first row is the names of the data items in each subsequent row. It is optional, but we have included it here. The rest of the file contains lines that correspond to the items named in the first line. Now, let's get the data from this CSV into BigQuery. Go back to the Chrome browser. Notice on the Explorer panel, there will be at least one default project name already created for you. Projects are top-level containers in Google Cloud Platform, and in our context, they contain BigQuery data. Each project has a name and a unique ID. Yours will look different than this, and that's okay. Click on the menu and select Create Dataset. In the dialog box, give the dataset a name. City underscore data. Accept all default. Finally, click Create Dataset. Click on the arrow next to the project to expand the content. We are going to create a table in this dataset. A table is an arrangement of information or data, typically in rows and columns. We don't have any tables in this dataset yet. There are many ways to create tables. Sometimes you will do it manually. More often, you will be importing data from other sources. We will now import the CSV file we explored earlier. To do this, we are going to expand the drop-down menu by clicking on the three dots and select Create Table. Under Source, select Upload. In the next field, click on Browse and select worldcities.csv from the desktop. Under File Format, select CSV. For Table, give it the name Cities. Check the box Auto Detect. Now, click the Create Table button. After a few seconds, the table Cities has been created. Click on it. Now we can review the structure of the table. There are four columns: city underscore name, average underscore temperature, average underscore commute, and happiness underscore ranking. We can examine the data by clicking Preview. And that's it for this first task. Congratulations. Okay, now let's summarize what we did in this last task. Our goal was to import a raw data set into BigQuery. To do this, we access BigQuery by going to console.cloud.google.com. We also learned that there are multiple ways to import a dataset into BigQuery, such as uploading a CSV file. By the end of this task, we were able to successfully import our raw dataset called worldcities.csv into BigQuery. In the next task, we are going to extract our query data from this data set to help us find cities that fit our client's ideal temperature preferences. Let's go to the next task.